The final episode of Bluey's third season, surprise, was simply unforgettable. But as soon as the credits rolled, curiosity kicked in. What's coming next in season 4 of the most beloved animated show of recent times? Anyone who follows Bluey knows that the show loves to showcase moments from the past and even glimpses of the future, which makes us feel even more connected to the story. And one of the most shocking moments we've ever seen was the episode that revealed that Bluey will have a child in the future. Yes, our favorite little blue pup is going to be a mom one day. But hold on, if the show has already shown us an adult Bluey visiting her parents, what happened during her teenage years? Will we get to see more of that stage of her life? It's very likely that season 4 will explore this part of the story, showing Bluey growing up, going to high school, and maybe even starting a relationship with the father of her future puppy. And this is actually one of the biggest questions fans have. Who is the father of Bluey's baby? The little pup has features that resemble both Mackenzie and Jean-Luc, and only an episode exploring Bluey's teenage years could finally give us the answer. So, what's your guess? Does Bluey's pup look more like Mackenzie or Jean-Luc? Let us know in the comments. If you're also eager to find out what might happen in the upcoming episodes of this show that has captured the hearts of kids and adults alike, then get ready. We've gathered several ideas that have a great chance of appearing in the new season. And one thing's for sure, there's a lot of exciting stuff on the way. So, get ready to dive deeper into the amazing world of Bluey. If there's one character that fans definitely want to see more of in season 4, it's Aunt Brandy, Chili's older sister. At the end of season 3, we saw that Brandy was finally able to fulfill her biggest dream. She's pregnant. And the scene of her arriving at Radley and Frisky's ceremony with a big baby bump was emotional for everyone. But there's still one big mystery. Who is the baby's father? Will we get to meet this new character in the next season? Because if there's one thing Bluey loves to do, it's introducing new families and exploring their unique dynamics. And let's not forget that Bluey and Bingo will now have a new little cousin, which could lead to some adorable adventures between the kids. Maybe we'll even get an episode where Bluey and Bingo teach Aunt Brandy's baby how to play. Plus, we might finally get to learn more about Chili's family, something fans have been curious about for a long time. After all, we still know very little about Bluey's mom's side of the family. So, are you excited to meet the newest member of the Healer family? Because I can't wait to see a new adorable pup join the show. If there was one scene that made everyone sigh with relief at the end of season 3, it was when Bandit pulled out the for sale sign from the front yard of the Healer's house. So, that means their move was cancelled. But what happens now? When Bluey, Bingo, Bandit, and Chili were getting ready to move, a lot of decisions had already been made. For starters, Bandit and Chili had probably already quit their jobs, since they needed to prepare for the big change. On top of that, Bluey and Bingo had likely been unenrolled from their school since they were supposed to start fresh in a new city. So now that the family has decided to stay in Brisbane, they have to figure all of that out again. Season 4 could dive into this whole situation, showing Bandit and Chili trying to get their jobs back and the girls returning to their school. And while their parents are dealing with all that chaos, Bluey and Bingo might have to stay at someone else's house for a while. Maybe at Uncle Stripe and Trixie's place? Or even at Wendy's house, playing with Judo? This new phase of the Healer family is bound to be one of the main storylines of season 4. And we can't wait to see how everything unfolds. Season 3 introduced a very important detail. Bingo finally turned 5 years old. And that means she'll soon be leaving preschool and moving up to Calypso's school. In fact, we already got a hint of this when we saw Bluey and her best friend studying, with Bingo appearing in the background, clearly foreshadowing that this will be her next step. This could open up so many possibilities for exploring her adventures in a brand new school environment, with new challenges and lessons alongside her classmates, including her good friend Buddy. If following Bluey's school life has been amazing, imagine getting to see Bingo go through similar experiences while receiving Calypso's wise guidance. It's going to be incredible to watch this new chapter in her life unfold. So, which of these things are you most excited to see in Bluey's new season? If you love the little blue pup as much as we do, comment BLUEY down below. Speaking of changes and new developments, one couple that might get a lot of attention in season 4 is Stripe and Trixie. Throughout the series, we've seen them have a few disagreements, like in the episode The Sign, hinting that their relationship still has some things to work through. This could lead to an episode where Socks and Muffin stay at the Healer's house while Stripe and Trixie take a special weekend to work on their differences, maybe even through couples therapy. The big conclusion to all of this could be a complete reconciliation and, who knows, maybe even an official wedding. Even though they live together and have 2 daughters, they've never actually tied the knot. In fact, at Frisky's wedding, Trixie was among the single ladies trying to catch the bouquet, which suggests that she hasn't said "I do" at the altar yet. If this happens, it would be the second wedding in the series, and we'd love to see them even happier together. We're rooting for you, Stripe and Trixie. Speaking of weddings, we can't forget the biggest event in Bluey's history, the union of Frisky and Radley. It was such a big deal that an entire episode was dedicated to the celebration, making it the longest one in the series so far. But the real surprise came after the ceremony. Radley decided to leave his job out west, where he worked in the oil industry, to move to Brisbane and start a new life with his wife. That means we'll be seeing a lot more of them in upcoming episodes. He'll definitely be part of family gatherings, like Christmas get-togethers and birthday parties with the cousins. Another interesting point is that all signs suggest Frisky might be expecting a baby. A small detail in the episode hints that a new family member could be on the way, opening the door for even more heartwarming and fun stories. And another big question remains, what will Radley's new job be? Will he work in a store, maybe as the manager of a toy shop? It would be really fun to see him in a new role. Season 4 of Bluey promises plenty of surprises, and one of them might be the long-awaited appearance of some fathers who have been kept in the shadows. For example, Judo's dad, one of the biggest mysteries of the series. We've never had any information about him, not even whether he's alive or not. If the show decides to reveal his story, it would definitely be a huge moment for fans, adding a new dynamic to Judo's family and even to her relationship with Bluey. Additionally, the terrier triplets might get a special moment in the series. They could go on vacation with their dad, who has never been seen before, finally giving viewers a chance to meet him, either through photos or even a surprise scene. And we can't forget about Rusty's dad, who could also get a bigger spotlight. Could we see a special episode about his return? After all, this season seems to be focusing not just on the pups but also on the parents, bringing even more exciting new stories. And if you're just as excited about these possibilities, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the latest Bluey updates. Among the secondary characters, one of the most beloved by fans is, without a doubt, Rusty. His talent in cricket has already been showcased before, making it clear that he has a promising future in the sport. But aside from sports, there's another big curiosity about Rusty, his dad. Serving in the Australian Army, he's rarely mentioned, and his appearance in the show would be an incredibly emotional moment. Just imagine an episode where Rusty and his family gather for a big local event to celebrate his dad's return. That would make for a touching story filled with special moments. Without a doubt, this is one of the surprises we can look forward to in the upcoming episodes. If we take a closer look at Mackenzie's world, it's pretty clear that his future is full of surprises. In a way, he's already showing a strong inclination to follow in his future father-in-law's footsteps and become an archaeologist in his room. It's impossible not to notice the many dinosaur toys scattered around, highlighting his passion for the prehistoric world. On top of that, his love for digging, one of his favorite activities, further reinforces this adventurous, discovery-driven spirit. On the other hand, from the very first seasons, there have been multiple hints that Bluey's future husband and Bandit have much more in common than we might think. Their families naturally cross paths, leading to all kinds of fun interactions. This close connection becomes even more obvious when we see their playful sports rivalries, which are always packed with humor. And it doesn't stop there. Some episodes even show Bandit looking after Mackenzie with genuine care, especially in the creek. That scene really highlights how affection and support flow between the characters, strengthening their bonds in a heartfelt way. Now, looking at the more romantic side of things, there's no denying that we're all rooting for Mackenzie. He and Bluey make an incredibly sweet and lovable pair, the kind that puts a smile on everyone's face. With all of this in mind, we can totally picture the bond between these characters growing even stronger over time. Their friendship will develop so naturally that Mackenzie will end up getting really close to Bandit and the whole Healer family. But of course, things are bound to take an unexpected turn when Bandit realizes that Mackenzie is secretly trying to win over his eldest daughter's heart. And since we're talking about big families in Bluey, we can't ignore one of the largest ones we've seen in the show. There's a good chance we'll get more references to them in the next season. After Cornelius sold his house, he moved in with the terrier's mom, who is also his girlfriend. This created a new family dynamic in the series because, if we count Winton and the terrier triplets, we now have a 6-member household, the biggest family in the show so far. It's very likely that we'll see them together in various situations, like when the Healers go grocery shopping or even on a trip to the movies. Just imagine this whole bunch interacting, it would be hilarious. Their relationships are getting closer and closer, and it's fun to think about all the adventures that could come from this new family setup. After all, now they're officially a family, and they're bound to share even more special moments together. If you've made it this far, we have a special surprise for you. We've picked 2 videos that match your interests perfectly. We're sure you'll love watching them. So just click on one of the cards appearing on the screen and enjoy the content. See you in the next video. Until then.